You're standing at the edge of a cliff, the deepest cliff on Earth. You take a step forward and start falling. 1 second. 2 seconds. 3. You're still falling. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Still falling. An hour later, you realize you've been falling for 10 kilometers. Absolute darkness around you. The pressure is so intense that your bones should have been crushed 1,000 times ago. But you're still falling down into the heart of the ocean. You're descending to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. This is a place where sunlight never reaches, where pressure is 1,000 times higher than on the surface, where creatures live that look like aliens. What will you see there? How long until your submersible gets crushed? And are there monsters at the bottom? Today, we're making the deepest dive in history. We're going to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Spoiler, a return ticket isn't guaranteed. Let's go. The Mariana Trench is the deepest place on Earth. It's in the Pacific Ocean, near the islands it's named after. Its depth is approximately 11 kilometers. To help you understand the scale, if you take the tallest mountain in the world, Mount Everest, 8.8 kilometers, and place it at the bottom of the trench, its peak would still be underwater, more than a kilometer of water above it. The pressure at the bottom is over 1,000 atmospheres. That's 1,000 times greater than the air pressure on Earth's surface. In numbers you can understand. Every square centimeter of your body would feel the weight of 1 ton. It's like having 10 buses stacked on top of you. A human without protection would die there in a fraction of a second. But we're taking a submersible. You're inside a deep-sea submersible. It's small, cramped, with thick titanium walls. Through the porthole, you only see blue. 200 meters. This is the zone where almost all the fish you know live. There's still light here. You see schools of tuna, sharks, dolphins. Just like a normal ocean. 2,001,000 meters. The light disappears. This is the twilight zone. It's dark, but you can still encounter strange creatures. Squid, jellyfish, fish with headlights. You look through the porthole and see something glowing drift past. Beautiful, but creepy. 1,000 meters. The pressure is now 100 times higher than on the surface. If you were without a submersible, your lungs would simply collapse. But you're safe inside. This is where the real monsters live. Giant squid. Yes, the one that legends say sank ships. They grow up to 13 meters long. And they live here. You see a massive eye in the porthole. The squid is looking at you. You're looking at it. Who's more scared? Viperfish. Its teeth are so long they don't fit inside its mouth. They curve backwards so prey can't escape. You're glad you're inside the submersible. For 1,000 meters. This is where the Titanic rests. If you were in the Atlantic, you might see it. But you're in the Pacific. Only darkness and rare flashes of bioluminescent fish. Your submersible starts making strange sounds. Metal creaks, groans. This is normal. The pressure is squeezing the hull. 6,000 meters. Almost nothing lives here anymore. The pressure is so extreme that even fish struggle to survive. But some exist. Blobfish. You've probably seen its photo online. A sad, jelly-like face. Down here, it looks like a normal fish because pressure supports its shape. If you brought it to the surface, it would turn into a blob. 8,000 meters. This is the depth where submarines have imploded. If you were inside a broken sub, your body would no longer exist. Pressure would flatten you into a pancake in milliseconds. But your submersible holds. You're still falling. 10,000 meters. You're almost at the bottom. Through the porthole, you see something gray. It's the seafloor, covered in a layer of silt hundreds of meters thick. 11,000 meters. Touchdown. You're at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Through the porthole, you see nothing. Absolute darkness. Your spotlight only reveals silt and occasional rocks. But then something moves. Bathysaurus. No, not a dinosaur. It's a fish that looks like an eel, almost a meter long. It swims around your submersible, attracted by the light. You look at it. It looks at you. You're the first living beings to meet here in millions of years. Imagine your submersible breaks. Imagine you're in the water without protection. What happens? Second 1. Pressure instantly crushes your lungs. If you don't exhale, they'll explode from the inside. But if you do exhale, water floods in. Second 2. The solid parts of your body, bones, teeth might hold, but soft tissues, intestines, brain, eyes, they just get squashed. Second 3. You're dead. Not from drowning, from physical annihilation. No one will find your body. Pressure and bacteria will do their work. In 1960, two brave men, Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard, made the first descent to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Their submersible was called the Trieste. The descent took 5 hours. They spent only 20 minutes at the bottom, long enough to see a fish, proof that life exists, even there, and plant a US flag. In 2012, director James Cameron Titanic Avatar made a solo descent. He spent 3 hours at the bottom and filmed a documentary. In total, fewer people have visited the bottom of the Mariana Trench than have walked on the moon. The internet is full of horror stories about Mariana Trench monsters. Giant squid, prehistoric sharks, killer crabs. Reality is stranger, but fascinating. Xenophyophores. These are giant single-celled organisms the size of a dinner plate. They live on the bottom and feed on sediment. Hydrothermal vents, where hot water bursts from the seafloor. You find tube worms 2 meters long and blind shrimp. Pseudoleparis, a snailfish that looks like a tadpole. It lives at a record depth of almost 8 kilometers. Its body is gelatinous to withstand pressure. No monsters. But these creatures are no less amazing. Imagine humans could adapt to life at the bottom. Your body would need to be boneless. Bones would simply break. Replace them with cartilage, like sharks. Lungless. Lungs don't work under pressure. You'd need gills. Gelatinous, like a blobfish. Bioluminescent. To attract prey. You'd look like an alien. We dove to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. What did we learn? It's the deepest place on Earth, 11 kilometers of darkness and cold. Incredible creatures live there, surviving pressure that would kill a human instantly. Only 3 people have ever been there in all of history. We know less about this place than the surface of Mars. The Mariana Trench is the last frontier on our planet, a place where humans are just visitors. And not for long. Now a question for you. Would you risk diving to the bottom of the Mariana Trench? Or would you rather watch videos about it on YouTube? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you want a part 2 where we visit the hottest place on Earth or the eye of a hurricane, smash that like button. At 1,000 likes, I'll make What If You Survived a Volcanic Eruption. Subscribe to Wire Animation so you don't miss the next journey. And remember, the ocean holds secrets we've yet to uncover.